Oh, so fun.
Good morning. Welcome to the Dawn Patrol. I'm Bob Hoey, the host today. Sean McDonough, our city councilor, is on vacation. Enjoy yourself, Sean. We'll have a hard time to draw as many views as you get, buddy. You might be on the replay on Saturday. But Tom Bomil from Drake is next to me. And, of course, we got Cisco Kid. I like to call him Maldonado.
Cisco Kid.
Cisco Kid's
Yeah,
fine.
you know, and we were sitting there before the show started. The issue, and John McDonough, by the way, is behind the camera and gives his
Our
life
producer.
away for the city. Yeah, the producer. But you don't know how important police are. okay? And Cisco's a retired policeman with over 25 years in. When I was a kid, in my neighborhood, we had a guy named Ray Richardson. If you did something wrong, you were going to get caught. He was unbelievable. And then you look at all his family behind him. You know, my favorite Richardson was born in 1954. His name's Gary Richardson.
Mm.
But his brother Kelly was the chief.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Kevin was the chief. Drake.
yeah,
Drake it.
yeah, Drake. And I'm sorry I missed Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed Kevin. But even some of Ray's grandchildren worked in the prison system like me and stuff like that. But if you did something wrong in our neighborhood, Ray Richardson was going to be right there to maybe give you a boot in the butt if you needed that. And most of the time he didn't put his hands on you. But what a policeman he was, and the rest of the whole family. But I still think, and I want you to hear this, I still think Gary Richardson was a person that needed a little help from a sergeant, okay? Just a little help.
Mm-hmm.
Threatening words, whatever it takes to have someone say, hey, straighten out. But he was the best cop in the family, in my opinion. Because he was born in 1954, and that year
Went
there...
to high school with Gary.
Yeah, that year, I'm sorry that I was born 1954, but they left off some real incredible people. And that's how important a policeman is. Now, on the other side of the issue, to keep you away from the prisons where I worked, you got to focus on your schools. God rest everybody up there, you know, Billtopia, George, everybody our friends are gone, right, Tom?
Yeah.
A lot of our friends are gone.
Jeepers. Yeah.
But they had, most of them, especially Billtopia, had a love for schools. And it's kept me motivated the whole time. And by the way, let me get to some positive stuff. And interrupt me, please, you two, anything you want to talk about today, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We're here for 2 hours.
We just listened for 2
Yeah, well,
hours.
you're dressed up today. I wish you could see him. He's dressed up like he's in Puerto Rico. Okay? Last time he had the full suit on,
I
looking
know.
real sharp.
That was a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake,
No.
buddy. It wasn't a mistake. But I spent the past few days down the beach, mostly Northampton. I start off down there because I got a free parking spot. See, that's how I operate in Lowell, too.
Exactly.
Who complains about traffic more than John McDonough? I mean, parking. Nobody. Past few years, right, Tom?
Yep.
He's complained about parking more than anybody. But if I go to Seabrook, my daughter worked on the boats for about 8 years. I go in that place where she worked. She was a maid on a boat, and I say, hey, remember Andrea Hoey? I'm her dad. Can I park here? Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Enjoy yourself.
Huh.
So I have one in Seabrook. I have places in Hampton and Northampton that I park for free. It's a big issue.
Yeah.
You know, they want $3 up in Northampton, $3. No, I know. My wife's got one of those, but I'm not going to spring one of those up unless it comes my day.
It's free.
Listen,
If she's
no,
with you, you can use it.
I hear you now,
Yeah.
but
No, if he
listen,
gets
she
one for himself,
uses it
My wife
because
has one. My
she
wife has
uses
one.
it because she needs it, you know?
Like my wife, same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I'm more worried, like I said. But anyways, what I'm going to do, she bought me one of those telescopic, I think that's the word, selfie sticks,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm going to go down and just point it on myself so I don't get in trouble pointing at all the bathing suits. But I'm going to point it on myself and just talk about what's coming up. And that's the issues that you guys can interrupt anytime you want. We got some real important things. I think Marty Laurie, I just heard him on that Inside Lowell, and I don't like to even mention that place. But I know my friend Marty, and he said something. I hope he's listening to me right now. But that protest, the ICE protest that happened in Lowell, I wasn't around, but I heard they were on City Hall steps.
Yeah, I saw pictures.
Yeah, that's like when Laurie Trahan run. We filled those steps.
Yeah.
with politicians.
Sorry you did that.
Hey, I'm just saying. Oh, but
I know.
but Marty said something on that show that got me. I know Marty since I've been like 10 years old. We go back, and he said something about it's not so much about who attended it. He says, and what he is the ones that didn't. You know, they should be there, but they weren't. Why? And that's what just struck me funny, the way Marty Laurie said that.
And I agree with that statement too, because the fact that these are the people that recently won elections based on some of the folks that support that movement. I personally don't support ICE on the rally against ICE. I think we need an ICE agency. I do support the fact that we do need better training, and we need to fund that training, and we need to screen people better. When you give authority to someone in your community to enforce the laws, it should be the very best of the community. It should be the top, and it should be someone that knows how to handle that power. It's a very powerful job. I did it for 29 years, and I worked with some people that should not have the power to bend the rules, okay? And some of the folks that bend the rules were politically connected, and they did it because they knew they could get away with it, okay? So what I've seen witness as a police officer for 29 years, and I've seen what that leads to. We have some folks right now that are politically connected that started with the police department, and I've seen how they gained their power by bending the rules and giving their politicians what they wanted. And unfortunately, that's not how police work should be done. It should be part of the community, and it should be the very best individuals that we have.
That's not how Lowell rolls.
No.
Never has.
Well, yeah. When,
No,
It's
but-
all about who you know.
Yeah, well, when you see horrifying stuff, and the other thing is that humans, there's no human that wants to be equal with another human. You always want to dominate someone. That's just human nature. And when you're put in a position where you can dominate someone, you tend to overstep your boundaries if you don't have good training. Oh, and supervision too.
No, but you know, when you think back of policing, in my life anyways, when you get pulled over, you're sitting there ready to go, yes, sir, no, sir, what do you need, sir? That's all. That's the way my dad brought me up, Tom.
Yeah.
You just sit there and listen to every word that dude's saying or woman at your window, right? Not like, hey, you know, what are you pulling me over for? You know, I mean, they need some training too. I'm sorry. The public needs as much training as your ICE agents do.
No, I agree with that. It's something, the government should spend some money on, is a good campaign on how to react when you're approached by authority, and what your rights are, and what the rights are of the individual with the authority. And, if you train both sides, I think you can avoid a lot of the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on, and you clearly, from the part of the police officer or the ICE officer, the law enforcement individual, it's poor situational awareness of what's going on. And they put themselves in harm's way, and then they have no choice but to react the way they were trained. And when you're just like a caged animal, when you're put in a situation where you have to react, you go to your instincts and you act accordingly to how you grew up or how you were trained.
You know, this is why I love you. I really do. Every time I meet you, I love you more and more. Because I know you're on the opposite side of me. I'm a unenrolled person that's definitely voting Republican.
Same here.
I got a Bush shirt on right now.
So you're calling
George
me
Anthes.
You're calling me
Remember
a Democrat?
No, you remember George Anthes, right? This was his. This is a hand-me-down. This was his shirt. George Bush there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was always a Democrat. I was brought up that way.
Kennedy Democrat. I was brought up when I was a kid. My parents.
My whole life, my main thing was, you're going to vote for Dick Howe. He's watching our money. It was beautiful.
My house shared a picture of the Pope and Jack Kennedy when I was growing up.
Really?
It was one of those things. It was my mother. They loved Kennedy. You know.
But Bobby, you grew up in Shaughnessy Terrace, so
Just
you know,
tell us.
listen for a minute.
All right.
So Shaughnessy Terrace,
I'm the
and
host.
I know, but
No, you
let
told
me.
me to
I'm just
listen.
I'm gonna sit back. And I can sit and listen myself. And that's why we got two ears, right, and one mouth.
No, I want you to roll on, buddy.
The thing is, back in the days when I was growing up in Shaughnessy, the first thing the politicians would do when they wanted their candidate to win, right, they would go and scare the poor people. Oh, you're going to lose your benefits, right? Oh, this is when you said money. These are the guys that are going to take your money away. You have to vote this way. You know, they still do that. You know what I mean? They just tactically doing different things. What's important to the voters right now? You know?
You
Yeah.
remember me saying to you, I said, someday you and I on this show,
We'll
once
fight. No.
once we start to throw the bombs out, let's say, right,
Yeah.
about each other.
Oh. Not each other, about other people. We're safe. We don't have any bombs.
No, we don't. But when I think of the housing, like you just mentioned, we got out of that housing. The federal government, I'll never forget it. They offered my dad a house for $20,000 at the time, up off of Douglas Road, which is my district, District 3,
Right.
Belvedere, right? Again, oh man, what do we got coming? Oh, these elections are going to be beautiful. But they didn't give the house, but they took us out of housing type of living or apartments at the time.
Yep.
And gave my father a shot to get a home through federal things like HUD or whatever
Right,
it was.
right.
And that whole street called Wedgemere Drive is in District 3, in the heart of it. And over the years, it's got a lot of people involved in politics again. More people. The more that move there, the more powerful Belvedere becomes. And right now, believe me, it's the power of our city. And these state reps over here, anyways, you got to win in that district really big. If you do, your chances are you'll be the state rep. But I don't want to go down that road either. No, it's because of that, giving my father that home, and then a few years later, he got pretty lucky and he put a pool in the back of the house. So, I mean, we went from, I
Right.
never lived there, by the way. Never lived with my family. Always lived with, the first 9 years I did, but then I lived with my grandmother, Peg Hoey. Oh, my God, she was the best. From England. She was born in England, Worcester, England. And she could beat my grandfather in a fight, without a doubt. She was stronger. But that break that we got, my family got, the house, really improved, and they're all doing really good. I don't know. We were lucky. I don't know if there was politics played in it, because a lot of the Hoeys were lucky because they worked for Pangy. They were his aide. One of them was Pangy's aide. What more can I tell you? I don't have red hair, by the way. I got gray hair. But the other one was Dave Nagel's aide.
Mm-hmm.
My Uncle Red, God rest his soul, too, I lived with Red. He was like my brother because I moved in with my grandparents. And that, Cisco, you know that. If you looked at the housing back when I was in it anyways, I used to hear things like, the 1,400 motors, 1,500
Oh, yeah.
1,500 Puerto Ricans. Or I'd hear 1,400 motors and a bunch of whores.
Yeah, yeah.
And your mother's living there with 3 kids and no husband. That's what I'm from. I'm from a divorce.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I was.
Switch microphones, will you?
Yes, sir.
Just turn him on his side.
Mm-hmm.
And grab that one that has his neck down.
Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah, I was the one that scored. Lucky. I'm lucky. My grandmother took me in. Got me out of an environment that wasn't good. 2 parents fighting, whatever it was, and I remember most of it. I'm the oldest. Oh, yeah, and I'm the oldest of 13 children.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Wow.
My mother's been married 3 times. my brother Gary that played his guitar on this show. I said, Gary, write a song. Who's your daddy? I'm telling you.
Did he write the song?
Cisco,
Who's your daddy?
you're a DJ.
No, I would play that song all day long.
Buddy, and you'd have people dancing. That song should have made my brother rich, but at the time we had a baseball player. Remember him?
Hey, can I just jump in with the DJ?
Yeah.
I just realized someone called me the other day. I'm in Puerto Rico, which we're going to talk. I'm looking at flights right now. I'm going to book us to Puerto Rico since you guys look so good, and we'll send pictures to John. But they're charging. They want to charge $700 for a DJ at an establishment in Drake, and I'm like, $700? I must not be charging enough because I'm doing these gigs for $400, and I'm like, if you're paying $700 and you need a DJ, give me a call.
Yeah.
Because I just want half. I'm happy with half.
Speakers.
And I got better speakers. I actually have. I just upgraded my sound system. It's state of the art. I did
Wireless
a
speakers?
commercial
Wireless?
on QSC speakers.
No, wireless.
No, I haven't gone there yet because I don't trust the interference that you'll get at certain establishments, especially when you're in the halls. Everything's supported by beams, and they tend to
Most will
iron
do.
beams.
Most will do both.
Yeah.
But I prefer the wireless. The wireless
Really?
is freaking great.
Yeah, no,
It's like a wireless mic. It's
I
great.
did an event at Tyler Park, and the sound system sounded really good. I downsized it so I can move it around. And the other thing with that is if I get rid of the boat, I can downsize the vehicle and still be able to enjoy what I do. Sorry, shameless plug there. Back
You
to
know, let's talk about something serious. Tom, you got anything to say about Draker right now?
No, I think I broke it to you last week.
Yeah.
The finance director quit.
Yeah.
I'm hearing quite abruptly.
that was live too, Tom.
Yeah, what do you mean? Oh, yeah.
You did it live. You broke that
and
news.
I was in town hall since, and I guess it wasn't. Basically, she wasn't getting along with the manager. I'm hearing, and that's it's a shame because this girl has only been there a year. But what goes around comes around, I guess. And she wasn't really nice to a lot of people at the town hall. So not a lot of people are gonna miss her. But what I'm hearing about this manager, and I've only had one dealing with her, which was good, is that it's her way or no way. If you don't like what's going on, leave. And that's the way that she's the boss. So now they got to look for another finance director. It took them a long time to get this girl. She was actually the finance director in Tewksbury for a while. She worked with I forget with Colin. Is that his name? The town manager out there. I think his name is Colin Loisel. He worked with her. So I don't know. That's it for Drake. Everything else is pretty quiet. They've got the school issue going on. They're trying to get that issue, another election for that school issue to build a new school. I think some incumbents are going to be in trouble over this because everybody's saying vote. The people have spoken. They didn't want the override. They've spoken, and now they're crying. The other people are crying sour milk. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, things. I don't see too many other selectmen anymore. I guess Tony hasn't been on here in a long time.
Yeah, we got
Josh has.
Tony hasn't been feeling tip top.
You gotta admit,
Josh
though,
Taylor. I haven't seen
Yeah.
him. So
I think Drake has stuck to its guns, when it comes to finance. In Lowell, we look at Drake because you stole our water, right? Remember?
right.
We
yeah,
look.
let's not forget about that.
we look at that as Drake. It is cheap when
Yeah.
it comes to education.
Yeah.
I think Lowell's the opposite. That's all I'm saying right now. But if we don't change this, Cisco, the system in Lowell, it's going to just get worse.
So can I bring something up?
Yeah, go
Tommy
ahead.
said that management and one of the employees didn't get along. And I'm just curious, the age gap, because I think, there's a big difference on the new working group of people. They value their input. They value being part of the team. And they're really have no problem walking away from management that does not value that. And you see that happening. Is that an issue that we have? There's such that's the other thing is there's such a gap between the representation that we have in Congress and the new generation, that I really am strongly, on the opinion of, you need term limits, really do. And it works for the president, it should go into effect for Congress too.
Can you believe this guy, the lefty over here, wants term limits too? He's a rhino, right? That's what they
I
call
can't
a
believe
rhino.
him and Sean don't get along better. They fight on the
No.
time. They're
Oh,
both
listen,
lefties.
I don't want to get.
I love Sean.
I love the more we let Cisco.
God, they were going over on the bike lanes last week. Remember, I thought they were going to have to separate them.
Yeah.
Geez.
I'll get
got
to
my
I'll get to
opinions
Sean.
about
I'll get to
bike
Sean in a minute. I just wanted to say, when we were just talking about management and stuff like that, to me it's unbelievable how a superintendent or a shift commander operates. That how inside a prison works,
Mhm.
and then it goes right to a sergeant. We don't need deputy of underwear, deputy of tobacco, deputy of towels, all those people in between a sergeant and all the way up until even the person after the shift commander. A sergeant, the job you had there, Cisco, in my opinion, in the past 20 years, I don't think there was ever one that beats a guy named Tim Golden. Just because he's been through so much stuff, he knows how to handle policemen that might have an issue or two. But yourself, now that I've met you, oh, you must have been incredible. You must have been a good sergeant, buddy, and you deserve everything you get. So enjoy your pension. And I always say to everybody, whoever collects the most checks is the winner.
Yeah.
That's the way to look at it too. Because
Well, I
that's the
plan
type
to
of
collect
job.
a
No,
lot
they
of
pay,
checks.
the taxpayers, they pay our insurance, a lot of our insurance, right?
Mhm.
I pay like $400. They pay $1,700, $1,800.
It pays 75% of the
Yeah. So,
insurance.
I've been well compensated for the 20 years that I put in. And I'm going to say this one last time. I'll never say it again because I've said it enough.
Oh, you won't.
The hardest, hey, John,
He'll do it again.
the hardest part of working in a prison is dealing with your fellow employees. The inmates are nothing. Those are easy. It's the people you work with that make that job hostile environment. We should have a class action suit, by the way, at Concord, Mass. Anyways, Concord Prison, the one they shut down. They shut that. You know why? Because our union was so strong. Yeah. Guys like Andy Rourke, back in those days,
Yeah, Andy Rourke.
those are over now.
Yeah.
The Ask Me years and stuff like that.
That
But
prison's totally vacant.
There's not, all right, so after police, Tom, and I think policing is, I talked about the Richardson family and who I thought was the best one in that family.
Sure.
I don't know if I did it on the computer or whatever, but it's teachers. It's teachers. And I always said it, they're underpaid, especially the ones that are real, they're there they like kids. There's some there just for the pension, just like any other job. Prison guards, oh my God, you want to talk about, I was walked in by the hand. Those were the best days. What was that called, nepotism? Yeah, my uncle walked me right into the prison. He's already been working there. And for 2 weeks, I tried it. You like it? Yeah, well, sign up. Oh,
You were there
boy.
20 years?
Yeah, I just did 20.
Which
Out
prison?
the door,
Which
Concord.
prison? Concord.
It was
I
a
just met
medium
I just
prison.
met a young man, Elijah, on Russell, that's a correctional officer, and he's enjoying the job. I was like
Good for
wishing
him.
him the very best.
Oh, they're going to hire you. And
I
think
hope so.
about how much money you can make.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And you get a decent pension, but you earn that because there's a lot of stuff that people don't understand. It's not so much the physical part of the job, it's the mental part of the job, the stuff that you take in that depending on, thank God for me, it goes in one ear and out the other ear, but there's some people that are very smart, and this kid's a very smart kid, on which they imprint everything they see, and they can't forget some of the images and smells and situations that they were in. And that's the reason why law enforcement gets paid as much money as they do, because you carry that burden for the rest of your life. And I have no problem with paying law enforcement top dollar, because I know the effect of some of these incidents. They do suffer post-traumatic stress from it for the rest of their life.
Yeah. And,
I imagine some of the things they see, some of the things that how they're treated sometimes.
I mean, for example, just on, I hate bringing it up, but the wailing sound of a mother who's found their infant passed away in the morning is something you will never, ever forget.
Yeah.
yeah, that's so true.
Firefighter in Drake told me the same thing one time. He had to carry a infant out that was passed, and it was
Yeah,
just, he said,
yeah.
it was just, the fire killed him, but he was just trying to save him, and
Yeah, no.
horrible. It's just, you're never going to forget that.
No, no. There's images that you carry on. Like, I still can't forget the little child that passed away in Lowell, and I was in the ER with the nurse, and we were the last people before we had to bring in the parents, and the prep for that, because they got all the medical devices still on after you try to save the child. You have to, you have to be there to witness that, just in case they need your support. But that's stuff you just don't forget.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be celebrating July 25th like it's my birthday. That's when I had my heart attack. A year ago.
Are we going to celebrate in Puerto Rico?
No, listen.
I'm buying the tickets right now. They're on sale.
No, I'm serious.
$150, and you don't want to go?
Yeah, we don't know how lucky we are, by the way, where we live in this district. To me, the Merrimack Valley, we're lucky. I've been all over this country except for like Oregon and Alaska, but I've been over almost every other state. This country is beautiful. You got 40 minutes to hit 45. The way John McDonough drives, 35 minutes to get to Hampton Beach, to get to Northampton.
Well, do you want to get there today or tomorrow?
No, I used to love I thought about you a lot when you go through Merrimack and there'd be a police car and it'd be empty. They got like a blow-up doll in it with a police hat on. It slowed me down many, many times when I was doing 100,
What amazes me is when you're using the Google Maps I use Google Maps, and all of a sudden the girl says, police ahead. In other words, there's a trap up there, and you slow down. You just
yeah, we're lucky.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm going to do anyways. I'm going to give people my opinions on all the elections coming up in Lowell. I'll do it on Facebook Live. It's for something for me to do. It's like my pastime anyways. I don't
6
care.
weeks is the primary, September 1st.
And the one,
it's before Labor Day. Labor Day's late this year.
Yes, in my district, Tom, I'm having a hard time on the city council.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the state.
State rep race, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm having a really hard time because they're two pretty popular people, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm leaning.
Which race, Bobby?
The state rep race. You got drink water and light.
There's a third candidate, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm undecided still because I haven't heard enough of the fireman, the light kid, and I don't want to call him a kid, but he has a lot of friends. So, but that's
fine.
you
count that kid out. I don't even know him, but
because of the fire department.
Yeah.
That's. I've said it how many weeks ago, Cisco, we were talking.
Yeah, but
nothing about everything was fire department this, fire department this.
And everybody talks
overtime.
about Drinkwater's involvement with the unions, but a lot of those people he's involved with don't live in that district. They don't live in Lowell either. I mean, so that's
well,
the
there's
firefighters. Most of them probably live in Lowell, or at least
in that district. There should be. But that's going to be the question for those candidates. Who are they going to get? And Sean would, if he was here, would agree with. Who are they going to get to actually cast the vote? There's one thing to have supporters, which you'll always have supporters, right? But do they actually go on the day and cast a vote. Those are the important
We gotta get them
supporters.
to vote.
You have to
You
get
know-
them physically to vote.
I like to work campaigns, you know that. I've always worked for somebody trying to get them elected. But if you look Scott Brown up in New Hampshire, okay, that's someone, if I lived up there, that's who I'd be working for. And around here, when you look at the race I'm talking about, District 3, Belvedere, folks,
Yep.
I look at this Drinkwater kid and I go, oh boy, I remember his race was the same when Scott Brown got beat by Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to that time. And Drinkwater had the biggest election I ever seen in Lowell. And you might have seen more than I did, Tom. But as far as people showing up from out of town,
Oh, yeah.
it was like Elizabeth Warren.
Yep.
She had so many people come into Lowell and just blew Scott Brown out of the water.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
see you
that's what
later.
happens. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And Cisco talking about getting people out to vote. No, I'll never forget the election. It was either a selectman's election or a state rep election out in Drake. And I hadn't voted yet. I was going to vote, obviously, but I usually vote early, and then they get a phone call like at 5 o'clock. Mr. Bomil, you're going to be going out to vote. That's it's famous. I'm supporting the candidate. That gave me. I was going out to vote anyway. I've never missed an election in my lifetime to vote, and that's good. That's good PR and good work in that. To get those people out to vote.
You know,
And offering.
Sorry,
rides to
Tom.
them. No, go ahead. It's okay.
No,
buddy.
I'd say I spent almost 30 years around something with Lowell politics, but there's always been a few Spanish, I want to say Puerto Rican candidates that come out. And you say, how come we've never had a Puerto Rican city councilor? Well, number one, you don't vote, folks, because no one, in my opinion on this, an opinion show,
Right, buddy.
there's no one that done more for Puerto Rican people than is Cisco the Kid Maldonado. As far as I'm concerned, how much you've donated, how much of your time, all those things. And guess what? They still, I'm sorry to say it this way, they still didn't come out to vote.
No, I
That's
agree
all.
with you
If
on
you,
that
lived,
sense.
if you lived in Lawrence, you went hands down. I mean,
Yeah.
the majority of the city
Oh.
council is Puerto Rican.
Hispanic,
That city's Hispanic, and,
yeah.
and it's good. The city is, and you said it yourself, Bobby. My wife and I were down there a couple of weeks ago. You go down Essex Street, you can't get a parking spot. Not like Merrimack Street. They have a lot of businesses.
Yeah,
down
no,
there.
they're thriving.
Yeah.
They're
They
downtown.
just opened a new restaurant.
Yes.
Bob's Bistro or Mike's Bistro. I forget what
Yep.
it was. It's dying to try it out.
You know, and if I was his manager, right, I'd be saying to him, listen, this time, let's look at this. This time, maybe we should run citywide and not just district. Then you could test the water to see if the Spanish vote comes out for you. Because I'll tell you, I look at the high school, it's 52, 53% Spanish. I like to
That
say,
much?
oh, yeah. But
The numbers are there. Bobby, I agree with you, the Latino vote in Lowell, the numbers are there for them to have a Latino candidate, whether it's myself or anyone else. But unfortunately, there's one thing about Latinos, they love to party, they love to go talk stuff, but do they actually go and vote? I don't think they actually cast a vote. Whether they're afraid to, or they're just, I hate to say lazy about it, but you actually have to vote for the person you want if you want that person to win.
Now,
And the other thing is, I'll close with this.
Oh, yeah.
If you believe that your vote doesn't matter, well, unfortunately, it does matter. And with you not voting, it's not going to happen. You have to vote. You got to literally go and cast a vote or fill the ballot that's mailed to your house.
yeah,
Did you have a lot of Latinos involved in your campaign?
I did. And
And is your wife Latino?
no, she's
okay.
Irish French,
Wow.
Canadian French
How the hell
actually.
just got that?
I
Man,
married.
Jesus.
I married a C.
But no, I'm just thinking
I
'cause-
married a C
Because
card.
that's key too. The wife. I mean,
Yeah.
what her relation is with, and she could have got some of those votes here with her. Like I say, Irish. There's nothing wrong with being Irish in the city of Lowell.
No, I
Yeah.
actually did pretty good with the vote. Honestly, we.
No, you didn't do bad. I was shocked.
I am the first candidate that's been trumped in a primary by the Democratic Socialists of America.
Yeah.
So the problem with the Democrat Socialists of America, we don't talk about locally, is that they're being funded by PACs, and those PACs do not have to report the amount of money they spent on. So you got to look at that. Look at your candidates. Look at where the money's coming from and what they actually are supporting and who's actually financing their
So
campaigns.
are you thinking of running next year?
Oh, yeah, I
District
definitely,
of citywide, district and citywide? You know,
At this point, I haven't decided, but I might do it on, Bobby says, I might run on at-large, so
'Cause I think
that's
there'll be
still.
I think
But
my
that,
opinion,
and the
it'll be
only
an open
reason
seat.
I want to run at-large is the fact that I got a lot of signs. I just don't want to throw stuff away till I use it one more time. I'm
Right.
one of those guys.
Yeah, well, you could use those signs. Doesn't
Yeah,
have to
no.
say, because you want to generate, a big election, I think.
Name recognition,
Yeah, well,
an advertisement, right?
I don't know. I think you're doing this show, and you're doing the other one with Jose, right?
Yeah, no.
Exposure.
Yeah,
Exposure.
with Miss Gendron.
Well, it goes back to, like, Bobby, we both come from, and you said poor education, same thing. We had not so much poor education, we had some difficulty learning, and we didn't have the ability that the kids have today with their individual training, individual instruction, and we didn't have the training that we have with our instructors, our teachers now, to see the deficiencies that some of the kids have, and to work with them to get over those humps. And we struggled through those years. I remember down at Shaughnessy School, being the kid in the corner with the headphones, trying to learn how to read while everybody else was, excelling through the program. And it was definitely difficult, and it was stressful as a child to be in that situation and feel that you weren't part of the group. And sometimes it didn't even help because you felt like, why should I even come down here?
Sure.
This is not part of the group that I belong to. These kids are all smarter than me and brighter. Maybe this isn't meant to be. But, I still thought, even as a young child, I said, I don't want to live in the projects anymore. I want a house. I want the American dream. And today I can say I was successful in doing that. But anyone can do it here. Affordability starts with working, okay? And it wasn't affordable in my time to own a house, and I worked and saved. You can't be spending your money on cigarettes or going out and partying every weekend and still complain that you can't afford anything.
Yeah, I wanted to stick to education just a little bit. Just a little bit. See, on this show, say what you want to say. I'm telling you, just got to watch the words we use. But to me, I've said it, if I didn't say 100 times, I didn't say it at all, was our biggest part of the Lowell budget, school budget, is special education. It is, there's no doubt about it. But where we're failing is exactly what you did to me, and I'm sorry, I got to say it that way. I was sharp enough all the way through to make it my junior year, and you all know that story, I went in the Army instead, but I had that opportunity. These kids don't have that. My house was, I think, 80 grand. These kids don't have that shot. Cigarettes, by the way, you said, I think they're $15 a pack. A pack.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah. I was at Foxwoods a couple of weeks ago. It was $21 a pack. The lady said to me, "You wouldn't believe the people that buy them, and they can't smoke them because they got to go to designated areas of Foxwoods outside the building."
How about now? Because of the fact they're so addicted. Gambling is another thing that keeps people in a certain class, right? Gambling and addiction, right? Whether it's alcohol or smoking or drugs. They now are making more money for the cigarette companies because they'll go out and they don't finish a whole cigarette. They'll smoke half of it, unless they're the ones that they keep putting their half-lit cigarette in their back pocket, right? But they throw half a cigarette away and then rush back in to gamble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we get back into the issue of schools. You see how I bounce in and bounce out of a different issue? But special education, I fell under that category when I was in the Lowell public school system. There's no doubt. And we have enough retired teachers, okay? They're retired. They live all around Lowell, Drake, but a lot of them still live in Belvedere. in Lowell. Believe me, a lot of retired teachers, and that's really the key. We're missing speech pathologists to teach a child how to say a word, speak. Imagine that. I don't like being around speech pathologists. Never did. I don't like occupational therapist. I like PT, physical education, and that's what I'm going through right now. Just lifting weights, stuff like that. But I'm telling you, we have the opportunity to fix the reading problem. You just finally gave tutors a $10 raise. Yay! Took all these years. You know, that's only like $40 an hour. That's not a lot of money for a 30-something year retired teacher. You bring them in, you should see those people. Oh, man. You think grandmothers are good? You should see a tutor sit in front of 4 kids and try to teach them how to read. I've witnessed it a few times. Unbelievable. And what they do in a couple of weeks' time, Tom, is really unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't want to do a lot of that. That's what they need to do to these 2nd and 3rd graders. Don't send these people to the 4th grade. Listen, we can get into the finance, studying in school like John McDonough loves, and he's right. You know, the banks should be in the schools teaching.
They are, you know. I talked about
I know,
that last. I didn't
I
know
know,
that until
I know.
a friend of my wife's told me all about it.
No doubt.
Gendar Credit Union. They're in the schools and they give out certificates to these kids and everything after they, yeah.
But if I'm sitting on the school committee, that's all you're going to hear from me in secret squirrel meetings. Stuff, they tell me we can't do things. Like Evelyn Thorin, she's in Sam Chase. I've learned about what Chelmsford, they separated their 5th and 6th grade from the 6th and 7th. Ooh, do I love that issue. You can't do it in Lowell, Hoey. Why? Why can't you do it in Lowell? We have more money than Drake or anybody else. We got busing, gazillion busing. You know, you bus everything. Why can't we do it? 29 schools we have. No, we can't do it. Okay, just no one ever answers why they can't do it. Must be a union thing, and thank God, listen, Paul George's is gone, baby. Hey, about time. And I love him, the best. No one talked about teachers like Paul George's, nobody. But now I feel stronger for our school system, and especially for Liam Skinner, because Liam has who behind him? Simple as that. Who's your next one in line? If, I'm sorry to say it this way, if John McDonough goes, who's next in line? Happy birthday, by the way, Jack McDonough.
Jack McDonough will be next in line.
Well,
I told him
hey,
today.
there's something you could debate too, you know, because the other one, Joe's, was an unbelievable guy.
I was
Both of
kidding
them.
Jack one day when he was here.
Oh,
and that's,
God. Yeah, but it's just plain and simple, really, common sense. Fix the reading problem in schools. Fix it.
Now, we talked.
Don't say you can't do it. You can do it.
About running. Are you thinking of running again next year, or are you done?
I'm going to sit back and
See what
listen.
happens.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know, but
Yeah.
you don't even know now. And
You're going to have I talk about this all the time. You can possibly have 2, maybe 3 city council seats. Let's just say Sakari wins, which I don't think he's going to. Let's just say I think Corey will win, and let's just say Rita gets out. You could have 3 new councilors there next year, right?
yeah, that's possible too. You never know. Nowadays, you never know.
Oh, and I
Bobby,
think
back in the bus up to education.
Yeah,
We need to rethink, it's like the city councils need to rethink the parking situation and tell the railroad to go stuff it in a hat. But on education, it's based on the last century outlook on the world. We need to teach these children personal finance, family values. Why shouldn't daddy stay with mommy? Who doesn't want to? Christmas morning, do you want your dad in the house? Of course you do. Thanksgiving Day, do you want your dad in the? When there's troubles, who do you expect to come to help you out? Your dad. And that's.
I look at it,
It's
John.
all screwed up, Bobby.
No, I know, but you know,
It's not working.
I come from a divorced family, so I know what that's all about. Now I've been married over 50 years, about 51 or 52 years. And I cannot believe my wife stayed with me that long. I couldn't live with me that long. No way. I drive someone crazy. We're just lucky. Most of us, I think, most men that are married as long as we've been married, Tom, it's because of the woman we got. It ain't because of us.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how I feel anyways.
Yeah.
But, the other guy over there, Cisco, getting back to elections,
Married an Irish girl. I can't believe it.
no, always do this, buddy, right? Always do this. Do what you feel is right. Don't listen to me saying run citywide.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, I would do what you said. Run in your district again, and then if that don't work, run citywide.
Well, I'm sure you ran against Dakota, right? I'm sure that
Yes, yeah,
kid's
yeah,
going to run again. What's
yeah.
his name? I always forget
Marcos
I'm
Candido.
sure he's going to probably run
He
again.
was
right?
at the ice rally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'll bet you he's against ICE.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he don't want nothing to do with ICE, I bet, that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about him, but I like throwing things like that out there. But my state rep race is going to be tough.
I think
Because
all three state representations are going to be interesting. You got Corey's, you got the Sakari Chow race, which I think the kid should win. I mean, Hong, they say Tara Hong.
yeah,
Tara Hong, yeah.
and he's worked hard himself. He doesn't have anybody helping him knock on doors. He's knocking on them himself.
And it's
So-
funny, none of these candidates, the only thing I've seen on is Light from the, is Drinkwater been on, John, on your show?
No,
Oh, it's
No.
amazing. Shikari?
well, we're taking August off, so
I know that, yeah.
throttling back, so halfway through August, I'll start calling people up and see if they
Yeah.
want to come in and talk.
I'm pretty sure, like, things
Well,
like,
remember the primary is September 1st.
Yeah.
It's
primaries.
early.
Yeah, they're not going to have an
Yeah.
opportunity to
That's all right.
engage their voters,
Yeah.
which is fine.
I look at like I say, my district, and I go, well, I think Drinkwater definitely has the union backing, even though the other guy's a union
Yeah,
person
yeah.
too. I think, in the district, I would say union members, like 429, for instance, and the one that Corey Robinson is in, I think a lot of them will lean toward Drinkwater, because Drinkwater is a huge a union person. I don't know if the voters are even going to go for him, really. So that's why this guy that's popular with Mike Dillon, for instance. Mike, I love. In a lot of ways, we should be listening to him, and we haven't listened to him.
Yeah, that's it.
He's so right on so many issues,
I noticed that,
I just kept eating fake squares and donuts.
Yeah.
What was he
noticed
telling me? Get up off the
I
couch.
noticed in the Sakari Chow race, a lot of the politicians are with him. I don't know if, I heard that the former reps with him, Randy Mums with Sakari. That's true. Kevin Murphy, Kevin Coughlin.
What's that tell you?
Yeah. So, but is anybody with Hong? I mean, maybe he doesn't need him,
Well, he's got Sean McDonough
Yeah,
that's on vacation.
Yes.
Hong's
but-
got the machine.
Yeah, but that's going to,
He's got the Democratic machine.
it's
Hong
going to
does.
also,
Oh, yeah?
it's going to be a tell sign of what's to come in these local elections, and especially the primaries. They're taking advantage of a primary on where the voting is, numbers are low, the turnout's low, and they know that they can engage enough people to make it an effect in a primary and get their candidate picked or elected, is the right word, right?
You do know one thing, that John McDonough, I know he says this all the time, the machine, watch out for Democrats. You can't be, you shot yourself when you run as a Republican, and there's some good candidates out there, believe me. I like Sam Meese, but I have to vote my heart, and that's going to be with Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Joe is independent. I'm sorry to say it, and
Not gonna
the
work.
machine. Oh, you don't know. He's going to get. I tell you one thing though. He's not. I'll say that with you. I don't think he can win, but
Sam Meese beat him last.
yeah, but he ain't going to beat Joe this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe's
no,
out there working. and I love Joe.
Joe will
Yeah.
beat him for sure, and the race will be very close. But I'd have to put my money on the Democrat.
Yeah.
That's the state. The state is terrible. And, I want to move, the wife don't.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the way the world.
I think everybody wants to move out of Massachusetts,
Yeah,
What do
it's
you want to move to, Bob?
except
No.
the governor.
I would like to try like Myrtle Beach. I could live there, I think, try it. But, no, I like I said, citywide, I'm happy.
Myrtle Beach.
No, I know they taxed us again, oh boy, but we knew that. Come on, everybody knew our taxes were gonna go up. They have to, and we have a great mayor, because he told us this years ago. So didn't that superintendent of schools in Chelmsford. He told us a couple of years back, watch out for this, the coming years. It's gonna get tight. Who knew better about money, huh?
No.
Than
Well,
him.
If
I
I,
say him.
Oh, no, he's,
Yeah.
the mayor is doing a great job. The mayor,
Yes.
doesn't change. He hasn't, he's the same guy he was.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's all
before
over the
and
place.
after.
Eric's all over the place.
Yeah, he's.
I thought Rourke was all over the place. This guy really, he's out there.
You know what happens, like, you think of anybody, myself, I say, I had my father, my Uncle Red, my Uncle Bill Hoey, I had all the Newells, I had all the Pertels, these are people, my bloodline, the Dyers, and, when you got a big family in Lowell, all you gotta do is ignite them, you know what I mean? Get out there, get your friends to vote if you can, but if not, you get out there, and, don't forget to only vote for me. No, I never said that. I didn't say
The
that.
bullet vote, right?
I always say the bullet vote, yeah. See how cops think right away, bullet. Bullet vote,
Bullet vote.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Ray Rowe was a selectman out in Drake, and it was a two-man. That's when there were two guys running for re-election. He said, "Remember, you can vote for two." He had his finger. Remember, you can vote for two. He had his one finger up.
yeah, not having Sean here, like I said before, it's not easy
He'll
to
be
have.
back next week.
Yeah, but I don't like to lose. Every week, John plays the best show on Saturday, folks.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
replay.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what he
Yeah.
does? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, for a couple of years, I always wanted to be
Yeah.
at the top, so I'd say some things you don't want to hear. And that's what I'm hoping you do, Cisco.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping.
Just bait me. I'm easy. Where's
No.
Bart today?
Hey.
He's not
Yeah, nobody's
texting.
commenting.
Bart, what?
Because McDonough's not here.
I can't
Jesus.
read the text. I don't have my glasses on.
Texts are a little sluggish today. I just got them percolate. They should be going through good now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. It's the first hour is a good. I love this.
Yeah, but
you
we
know.
didn't even talk about. I mean, who's not on the first hour? We should be talking about Drake a little more.
Well, there's not much to
Yeah.
talk about,
Not
guys.
much.
Yeah.
It's over.
And like I said, we used to. I know Tony's had some health issues, but we used to have Tony on once in a while and Josh Taylor on once
Tony
in a while.
who?
Tony Atchinsky. former police
Chansky.
officer.
Yes. I play with his
Uh,
brother Robert. Two different people.
Josh Taylor. We don't get that crowd anymore.
Yeah.
From Drake. They don't want to come on, or they're busy, or they, So
Hey, it's that
It's not-
traffic over the bridge.
It's not an election time either.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
some of those
Yeah.
people.
yeah.
So
So
they work hard enough. Like Eric. Think of how many things he goes and does.
Yeah.
It's,
So, Bobby, go back
Insane.
to the elections. Go through the districts and give us your opinion on each winner. Oh,
yeah,
Separate.
I have no problem with that. We got the City Life show coming up in about 4 minutes. Why don't you just, Tom, people in Drake, are they happy in general with the government? Are they happy with the school committee?
Not with the school committee. No, they're not happy with the school committee. Unfortunately, when they had that override vote, and the state already rejected the request to have another override or whatever. I forget what the procedure is, but the voters spoke, and the school committee, the minority of the school committee, majority of the school committee wants to do another override. That's crazy. I mean, the people voted no. Granted, it was a close vote, but still, they voted no, and they weren't happy with that. And unfortunately, people like Rebecca Duda, who I really like a lot, Rob Shepard, who I really like a lot, they're on that side of trying to do another override, and people are fed up. People, can't afford it.
no, I agree.
As far as Rebecca Duda goes, that's because she's a lifelong educator,
Sweetheart, too.
great person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's all. She's just thinking the children, that's all. When
Well,
she's not.
Tommy, the people in Drinking on Dummies, they can see Lowell got screwed on the school, and we're $50 million over budget.
Yeah.
Okay, let's build a school for minimum, well, it's probably gonna
You know,
cost
it's
you
exactly.
millions more, and the taxpayers know that.
Exactly.
Hey,
John.
guess what? I'm not going to talk about that on this show or the next show. Because I voted for it to be downtown, but who knew they had these big issues? Anyways,
But the finished product, do you agree that the
Oh,
finished product's going to be
listen,
spectacular once it's all
no,
done?
the whole key is, I think, Cisco, you could back me up on this part of it. The major issue for me was location and how far away is the high school for children. Number one. Location. And I didn't get a call from anybody telling me where to vote, other than the mayor at the time, my friend Ed Kennedy. He was a tremendous mayor too. And again, it happened to be downtown. Now, I look on the outside, I haven't been in the inside. It's very beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
No, I agree the location's central, and I like that. But if you're gonna commit to education in a high school level today, the one thing you really have to look at is the athletic part of high school, because that's very competitive in college, and we gotta compete for those opportunities for those students in the athletic fields. And that's what you need in downtown, is you got to figure out how to get a field down there.
Well,
They have an opportunity with the North Canal project. I know that's pretty much ironed out, but if they really wanted to bring a field down there, they have an opportunity to do maybe a land exchange with the North Canal on redevelopment and put a field next to the police station, or even move the police station and work a field for the students down there. That's my opinion, Bobby. on
yeah,
that.
and that's fine. And I look, everything you just said, I look at Dan Rourke, our ex-mayor. I don't- Yes, sir, former mayor, LaLasha, names like that.
Right.
They're doing incredible things to put some type of complex out there at Cawley, which they're a place for kids to go, do their homework, work out, lift weights, whatever you want.
30 seconds.
A lot of millions being put into that, and there's a lot of people that deserve credit. I think the former mayor, LaLasha, for two, for sure, and there's many more. So, yeah. And now we're gonna go on break and.
Yeah, we'll be back then.
Yeah. Short break.
I'm going on
All
strike.
right, we're on, folks. Good morning. This is the City Life Show. I'm Bob Hoey, the host today. Tom Bomil, the host every other week, rather. And then we get Cisco, the kid, that he's even a host. And Sean McDonough is not here today, and that really kind of bummed me out when I didn't see him here. But enjoy your vacation, Sean, and to me, you're doing a great job as a city councilor. John McDonough's behind the camera, and boy, we did a lot of talking, I thought, in the first hour on the Dawn Patrol. Mostly, I think, the majority of the time, we talked about schools, which I'm really glad we did. We give our opinions on every issue there is. I don't think there's much going on in Drake, but interrupt anytime you want.
Yeah,
Same
there
with
is
you,
a-
Cisco.
yeah.
If you have things you want to say, now is the time. And I just want to say you look good dressed up like that.
Like
Yeah.
a Puerto Rican?
Hey,
That's all right.
Anybody know Joe
I want to
Golis?
take you to Puerto Rico.
Who?
Anybody know Joe Golis?
No.
No, I don't think so.
That's what I want to do.
I think that's this front guy in the bus. He looks to me like Joe Golis. I could be wrong. This is the Drake and seniors heading down to see the a duck tour in Boston.
Oh,
That's our backup picture today, and this got sent to me over the weekend that helped gather these other guys.
Oh, yeah.
Where are these guys here? Helped gather this group of 24 people. Now, I have been to events like this, and they want you to believe that there are a ton more people there than this. And I'll say, okay, maybe there was 15 more, but when you go to an event like this, and I first saw this when Paul Songus, the late great Paul Songus, ran for president, they paraded us around the room so it looked like the place was packed. And I can see where people are yelling, come on up on the steps, we need everybody in the picture, we want to look like a big group. And
They're all from Maine.
how many people are there are Lowellians?
now I got to ask a question here. First of all, the reminders, this was sent out for this. This reminder was sent out for this gathering. Now,
Wow, look at the speakers.
speakers are Lorena Betts. I don't see her in the picture. Tara Hung, I don't see him in the picture. Dr. Robert Ferret, don't see him. Sidney Lang, don't see him.
Mm.
I don't know Monica Lundberg, sorry, I'll meet you someday. And Sean McDonough, I don't see any of these characters in this picture.
Yeah, you know who I hope? Oh, Marty Laurie calls in. I want to hear what Marty has to say about that. Yeah, I already heard Marty
Well, that's
speak.
what he meant. Probably what he meant.
Yeah.
when he said
And if
that.
they think they're going to abolish ISIS like abolish the FBI, that's not
Well,
going to
that's-
happen. Abolish the Navy.
They're
gonna-
talking revolution, and they're putting the fists up like, and everything's red. It reminds me of Russia. So
What's
so
red? What's red?
All
This
their
guy's shirt.
no, their advertisement. Go back to their flyer. It's red. If you-
Fire ice. That's what their ad says. Fire ice.
Yeah,
Saturday. This is last Saturday at the Latin Whitney, and from
Like you're right.
Houston to Maine.
and they're promoting violence. Okay, look it. They're burning the guy that's running out the door.
Now, is this going to help people like Betts and Hong? I think it's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. It's
Yeah,
going to hurt.
yeah.
They're going
yeah,
to.
but again,
But like
they
I say,
weren't,
they're not there. You don't see
they
them there.
weren't in the picture. And
Well, they lost my vote. How's that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just thank you for putting your name on that.
Look at who
because
put that up
I will
there.
not be voting for you.
what was the name of the group that?
Solidarity Lowell.
Yeah, right there alone tells you, don't listen to anything they're saying.
Sure, sure.
That's how I feel
Well,
about
they
that.
are a little on the terse side, yeah.
Oh, come on. Yeah. It's craziness. Oh, by the way, do you remember the guy that run a variety store, John, on the corner of School and Broadway, Ted
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Markopoulos,
Yeah.
years ago? Well, his daughter, happy birthday, Christina Ann Markopoulos. Your father was a great guy, great guy. Happy birthday to you.
was
Christina's
there
a
for
great,
years.
she's a great kid too, Christina.
Yeah.
She is, yeah. But anyways, I spending some time down at the beach, mostly Northampton. I do drive through. I can't believe the Hampton Bridge. Oh my God! If we had that company building the Rock Bridge, it'd be up already. Unbelievable how it looks.
Is it pretty easy to get over the?
Yeah, I mean,
temporary-
you got some
Yeah.
traffic, but I got in and out. But
Sure.
don't forget, I'm going at like 9:30 in the morning,
Oh, that's
kind
the
of
smartest
early.
thing to do. Smart thing.
Oh yeah, no.
But I'll tell you, that bridge is beautiful. The new bridge, oh yeah.
Did they open it up yet, or is this
No,
still
yeah,
working
one
on it?
line, one lane in and one lane out.
Yeah. Okay.
I usually go in the north end, Northampton.
Yeah, no, I
Sure.
can't. I
So I
now.
miss it, but again, I've used the Seabrook entrance too. It's not bad. It's not that bad. The beach, they've had a couple of bad days with that smoke coming down from Canada.
Oh, it was unbelievable last week, huh? Jeebus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, what we
it's
did
pretty
was,
bad. They got stuff floating down the Merrimack
Yeah.
and smoke coming.
well, Trump put a 50% tariff on Canada since the smoke is going on.
Yeah.
The gas
He says
prices
it's
are going
not the
up again.
reason why, but that's the reason why. That's the reason why.
You notice gas is going up again.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
did I not say this at the beginning? The war was not going to end till after the summer season. They know the consumers are going to buy gas no matter what it costs.
Yeah.
And they're going to profit on that. Simple as that.
And you know what? It really, the people that are worrying about green stuff and the breathing and all that, less people are driving a lot less.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot less. If it costs $4, if it costs $5, they're not going to drive at all. And, you know, to me, $1 raise from 3 to 4, I think a gallon of gas, it's worth it. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Doesn't bother me, and I don't have money, but it doesn't bother me because I drive
I
a
went by-
small Toyota that gets great mileage.
I
and-
went by Sam's last week up in Hudson one day. I was shocked. It was $3.59. It's up to $3.91 now. That's
Yeah.
like less than a week.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, you got to expect things like
Yeah.
that, really. You
Yeah.
know, things cost a lot of money. Massachusetts, we're number one now.
Talking
We're
about
number one place to live, too. The best place to live, Massachusetts.
so big weekend coming up in Lowell. I forgot to
Oh,
talk about
yeah.
that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. Starting Friday.
Yeah, it'd be a little hectic down there, but yeah, it's. Are you involved in that at all, Cisco? Are you performing at all or anything?
The Folk Fest, I have possibly come down and be on the radio for a little while.
Oh, you're not doing your any
No,
DJing?
DJ,
Okay,
no.
yeah.
They're all live
Are
entertainment.
you guys broadcasting live from that?
They are going to be broadcasting live from downtown,
Okay.
from the boarding house
Sure.
park.
Sure.
John will probably show it later, but Thursday night, the mayor has a party, I believe, right?
Yep.
At
Yes,
the-
he does.
At the,
I've never been to that place, but it's a small place. That
well, you
place got packed.
had to be there when it was the Dubliner.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Majors for a while.
Yeah.
It was fit, but yeah, that place.
Took me a little while, but here's the bridge at Hampton, Bobby.
It's beautiful, telling you.
And I think they're gonna ruin it with bike lanes.
Moon at what, John?
With bike lanes.
Oh,
Because
Well-
right now it looks like there's 2 lanes going each way. I think one's for bikes.
oh boy.
Yeah, but you're at the beach. I mean,
Well, it's kind of like
do you
this-
know how many people live on the outskirts, like say Salisbury near the highway, or Seabrook near the highway? What they do, their trick is to park, which you always talk about parking. They'll drive in and park at a place, let's say Triple E's Pizza or
Yeah.
Brown's.
Yeah.
They'll park there, they take their bike out of the back of the truck, right, and they pedal their way to Hampton.
Browns will tow the car.
What's that?
Browns will tow the car.
Yeah,
They watch their pocket like Wally's. Wally's got a camera. Go ahead,
Really?
park there and go to the beach. Your car's going to be gone, baby. But just like so the audience knows, this is Seabrook, New Hampshire. This is Hampton. This is the bridge that's being.
It's beautiful.
This is the original bridge is still here. That opens up for the tall boats.
Yeah.
And this other bridge will not open because it's wicked high, and it looks to be 4 lanes. So.
And all I can say is that
Michelle.
picture doesn't do it justice. If you're heading to Hampton and you're on that old bridge down that 1 lane, and you look up at the new bridge, you go, oh, man, it looks like something from New York. It
John,
just-
did you say this is going to be done by February? Did you say that
Yes.
last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
they're humming along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, they are working up the Rock Bridge. I was by there yesterday. You can see they're getting it going to town. And
Yeah.
where they figured 2028 on that? I'm not even sure what year. Must be.
Why not this year?
I don't know.
Why not next year? Massachusetts moves at the speed of government. I like to use Route 1 in Salisbury as a great example of roads. Route 1 in Salisbury, you're driving along, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. That's what it goes for the whole length you're in Salisbury. As soon as you get to New Hampshire,
Oh yeah.
you can take the lid off your coffee.
Yeah.
There are no ba-booms.
The beach to me though, from Newburyport all the way to even, I like York Beach, by the way. That's another nice beach. Incredible what's happening. Hampton, forget it. Northampton, so busy. Been crazy. They got burnt a few days with that smoke. I went down there one day. It wasn't the smoke either. It was like a fog. Could see nothing.
Yeah.
It was like kind of, what's the word, eerie, creepy. But one of those days I stayed inside because of the smoke. I didn't want to inhale it, And I'm not going to put a mask on. There's
Right,
no way
right.
I'm wearing a mask. Feel like a duck.
Yeah. I take it you're not going to be at an ice rally. Did you notice they all had their mask on?
No, we talked quite a bit about that ice problem. I want to just really hear from Marty Laurie. I want to hear what he has to say, because I think you guys would appreciate it. So if Marty's listening, give us a buzz, or we'll see you soon. He comes on the show.
He'll join us next Tuesday. How's
You
that,
know-
Marty? This is an invite. I'll see you
He has
next
he has
Tuesday.
a job now, doesn't he? Doesn't he have a
Yeah, he
morning
does
job or
work,
something?
yeah.
I always done
And
something.
he was on with us for a while, and then he gave
Yeah.
it up. Yeah.
Maybe you guys will have someone that could help too. I always tried to help the kids that were at the top of their class. My granddaughter wasn't at the top, but she was in that Latin Lyceum at the high school.
Well, that's pretty top.
Well, it's a tough course,
Yeah.
no doubt, but they don't get the credit they deserve, but that's another story. But what we're lucky to have, those kids, I look for a couple every year that I can try to help get them an internship,
Sure.
So the two this year was one from marketing, going out there in Amherst, UMass Amherst, and the one that's going to UMass Lowell, he's looking to become a mechanical engineer. So I go visit people. I don't go to Marty Meehan, but if I need a little bit of pull, I go to one of his aides. That's what to do, And I just think of Mark Byrne. I won't say his daughter's name, but his daughter, she's been tremendous. Just throw your name in there, and sometimes you might get lucky to get one of these kids an internship, because they're not at Northeastern. They probably can't afford $90,000 a year, but they're at Lowell. And when I look at these children or young men or women, they're at the top of their class. Those are the ones I try to really work hard for. So I'll call all my friends that I think might be able to help. But that's a good thing to do. You don't have to pick 100 kids, even just one. That's one thing about, and I'm not happy with his performance, but Dominic Lade did a lot of work in that field, raising money to give children. It's over like approximately $600,000 every year we give out at the high school.
And was Dominic involved in that state rep race, do you know? Who's
No,
with
I
him?
don't
Bobby, this one's for you.
George Anthes term. Those from Solidarity, Lowell, Lagoons. Oh, boy, do I miss George. But again, if you don't know, this is a hand-me-down. This is George's shirt. It's, his poor wife passed away. God bless her soul, too. She was good to me. Good people.
Yeah,
Yes, they were.
We're losing a lot of people, Tom,
yeah.
and we're still young. you know.
Yeah, it's amazing the wakes and things you go to, you realize, and man, oh man, it seems,
Yeah, and to see this guy next to you enjoying his.
the young stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
enjoy this.
No, it's.
We're gonna have more fun in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I got a pastime. I had my wife buy me one of those selfie sticks.
Yeah,
And I'm going to walk the beach and talk about local politics and what I want.
I used to love you before you had your heart
Bobby,
attack, your
keep
little
them to
walks
3
through.
minutes. If they're
You
55 minutes.
always told me that 3 minutes, shut it off.
Well,
5
when
minutes.
you're watching videos, how long do you watch them for?
If they're good, I can watch it for a
I'll
while.
watch the whole thing.
Oh.
But I
You
used to
got-
love your walks through Lowell and the
the camps, yeah.
before you were sick.
John Zimini and I went through a camp. I got about 8,000 views in a day and a half.
Yeah.
But I agree with John, and 3 minutes should be good. Just have a series of them because you hook them. And they can say, all right, I've seen this, let me go do something. And they'll come back and
Yeah.
see the next 3-minute video.
Cam K, right? You know the most famous Republican Cambodian, right? You know him?
Yes, Henry Bessinger,
Cam K, do
Cambodian.
you know him,
Cam-
Cisco?
No, I don't.
wonderful man.
Oh, yeah, good guy.
He's
Well,
been on, he used to come in here a lot. Yeah.
Well, he's now a Secret Service.
Right, right.
Secret intelligence stuff in Cambodia. He worked for the government under some secret stuff.
Yeah,
He's
if
got a new name and everything.
He'll critique what I do when I used to do it on Facebook, and with the selfie stick, he was supposed to give me a few tips on how to put it together and use it. But if you're at the beach at Hampton, Northampton, Seabrook, you see all the teachers. Salisbury, you see all the Lowell people that have no money, right? That's the way it goes. Salisbury State Beach, the best. Why? Because they got hot showers after you handle all the stripers you caught there. Plum Island, George Bossy lives on it. That's all you have to know. And fighting to keep his land because it's getting washed away. That place gets really banged on these big storms. But we're so lucky to live that close to some of the best beaches around, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's
Yeah.
cold water, though. It is cold water.
Well, probably a couple of weeks ago it wasn't too cold.
Yeah,
It was
no,
in the
to
90s,
me.
and for-
I go back across the street and go in a swimming pool.
Yeah,
I can't hit the beach water anymore.
yeah,
Too cold for me.
right.
But very popular beaches, all of them.
But I mean, the water's pretty warm. They were down.
That's all right.
They were down last week, and they said the water's pretty warm. So.
Has it been busy down there, John? Have you had,
Oh, busy as
Yeah.
busy as ever. No
yeah,
problem.
you're right over the bridge?
Me?
You're
I'm on the other end, up past the statue.
Past the statue, okay.
Past the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really
Yeah.
busy. When's that seafood?
Well, that's the second week, right after, week after Labor Day, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big event.
That's
down there.
another good
Yeah.
time, yeah.
And I'll tell you, that's all on good weather. If the weather's lousy,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
the rain's showing
Yeah.
up. It's like the folk festival, which is this weekend in
Yeah, it's
Lowell.
gonna be,
And I'm
It's gonna be
thinking, have
good
you heard
weather.
that, good weather?
yeah, good weather.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
too hot, because I remember
No,
last year
no.
was something that takes them away too, but it's a busy time.
My sister said they have a service, goes from Northampton to Hampton Beach, drop you off and bring you back, like a little, I don't know if it's four-wheelers or
Oh, I've
go-karts.
heard
or-
about, yeah, I've heard about that, yeah.
It's like Uber, you
What
know?
about Hafner's gas station closing down on Appleton Street? That's been there since I was a kid in this area, man.
Yeah,
That's
I-
something.
Yeah, yesterday you should have, right next to it, my sister's place
Yeah,
there.
right there, yeah.
See the line of people going in to get,
No, I wasn't down there, but I've heard that it's busy.
yeah, they've been so busy, it's crazy, with clothes, food.
But was the
taking care of people.
Does anybody know, was the homeless thing that made Hafner's close, or was it just a business decision? Or
They didn't call me back. I called them, they didn't call me back.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 'cause you never see them close. Hafner's.
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah.
have to still get some down in Lawrence. There's one
Lawrence.
there, 110,
There's one
yeah.
on Bridge Street in Lowell, Methuen, you know. So
Hey, guys, I'm going to do the announcements
okay.
because I can. Bobby was talking about this earlier. Eric Ditchy is having a party on Thursday. That's this week. Thursday at the Wappin Weft, downtown Lowell, 197 Market Street, 5:30 to 8 p.m. So go down, shake the hand of the mayor, good guy, and donations start at $25 and go up. The Barica Brawl, thanks to Keith Rudy for sending us, Kiki Rudy sent us this, and it's happening this Friday out in Barica at the Barica Elks Lodge, 14 Webbrook Road, Barica. And I'm getting the address from right here. So if you want to take your fancy phone out of your pocket, take a picture of this slide. You want to be in touch with Boston Boxing Promotions, which right down the bottom here, for tickets. So that's all I got on that. Then the Cambodian flag raising. That's happening this Friday. The beginning of Folk Festival, same thing with the folk. Usually have a parade at the beginning of Folk Festival too.
Yeah,
But the
they do.
flag raising, 6 o'clock, City Hall steps, Cambodian flag raising, and then the Folk Festival will start right after that. The Markley Group, they're gonna have a cookout. You're invited. You just gotta be in touch with them, send them an email, RSVP, right down here, rsvp@markleygroup.com. Send them an email, tell them you'd like to go, and they'll send you back an invitation. With the location, that's gonna be July 25th at noontime.
Invitation only. I like that.
Well, so you know how much food to have. Makes good sense.
Well, it's a block party.
You
Well,
think,
how much food do you get? 2 hot dogs? 1 hamburger?
Yeah, you get an idea.
You
I
get 3
guess,
slices
but
of pizza?
no,
Well, I think the market company should really be concerned.
You don't want to embarrass yourself.
do you think they invited Kim Scott or Sean
Sean McDonough,
McDonough?
the key speakers.
Yeah, so get that
I
on
do
the
not
bottom.
know. Today is the 21st, so over at the Lowell Senior Center, which is open 7 days a week, they have a Salisbury steak today. So you get over there around 10:30 with your $2. You have Salisbury steak for lunch. If you don't have the $2, we'll let you eat for free. And we don't care if you live in Timbuktu, we don't care where you live. You can live in Tewksbury, Tingsboro. You want to come down for lunch, we're open 7 days a week, the Lowell Senior Center. Get over there at 10:30, 11 o'clock, they put the food out, and you're going out the door at 11:30. Also, if you take a look at your senior news page through that, these are the trips they're doing at Lowell. Like today, they're going to Hampton Beach today, which is pretty nice. They're going to all hop on a bus at the Transfiguration Church, and also they're going to stop at the train station, and then get on Hampton Beach, drop everybody off, get down there and enjoy the beach for a while, and they'll give you a ride back home. Next week, they're going to Wongunquit Beach, but every senior center has a trip.
Beach, that's a
So
good
think about paging through that nice little bulletin
Let's
they
go to
sent you.
that one.
Aiken National Night Out coming up August 4th, and that's always a good time. Free food, and so if you're interested in the Acre, this gal's running Dolores Perez. That's her cell phone number, or that's her, maybe her landline. I don't know. But take it if you want to go to this. Take a picture of this, or just show up. It's a great time. Bring your kids. A lot of smiles happen at these. There's also one in the Lower Highlands, and at the Maury School. Starts at 5 o'clock, August 4th. Both the same day. Bouncy house. A good time to be had by all. Campaign fundraiser. My friend Stanley Trzynski. Who doesn't know Stanley? Stanley, wonderful, wonderful man, and he's sponsoring. He's hosting this party for Brady McCarron, who's running for regional school committee. So, Stan, good guy. Brady, good guy. Hope to see you at this party. Splash pads on the hot days. You got a little tyke. There's splash pads. Don't have to swim. Just go in there and get yourself wet and enjoy it. And the splash pads are right here. So take your phone out of your pocket, take a picture of these, take a ride by and take your grandkid. The kid who wants to swim, South Common Pool and McPherson Pool. One's at Hilders. So just take a picture of this slide right here and bring your kiddo out there on a hot day to enjoy a nice swim. These are the ballots that are coming up. And free buses through September 30th. Back to you guys.
I wanted to talk about Dracut news. We have a little Dracut news, nothing to do with politics. We have an institution that's closing down in Dracut, the Lokai Restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
50-something years. It's
A lot of good times
they're
there.
going. In fact, they're closing, I believe, on the 31st. I'll talk about it more next week. Something like 55 years they've been there. Michael, who owns the place, has decided he was made an offer. I'm sure he couldn't refuse. Rumor has it it's going to be torn down for a day center.
A what center?
The Lokai Restaurant
It's being torn down to be a what?
daycare center.
Daycare center.
Yeah, yeah.
A money-making machine.
Yeah, yeah. And there's been rumors going around, but he confirmed it with me back in April sometime that it was going to happen, but he just had to wait for all the approvals, and so, yeah, it's good.
Is he retiring from the business?
Oh, yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that's
the deal-
usually.
It was key with the deal. Part of
Yeah.
the deal he said to me was, he said to them, this still happens, but there's no more loci.
Yeah, yeah.
And they signed that on. That's when they said they're ripping it down to put the daycare center. I believe some condos too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But Mike's been there for,
They're
well,
smart.
Mike told me he started as a busboy when he was like 18, come over from the old country, and he's worked his way up to own a place, so
Yeah, no.
great success story and a
I
great
mean,
guy. Great guy.
And you know something? That's what you want to hear. Let them enjoy the success of their business
Yeah.
during their older years, and let them enjoy their retirement. And
Yeah.
thank you for being a part of the community. And we've all gone there to eat and enjoy the
And
food.
my wife and I went there last night for my birthday, and it was just, the place was, because it's closing. It wouldn't
Yes,
be packed
yeah,
normally on a Monday night.
Yeah.
And we're going to an event there on Saturday night, private event that he's having for certain people. That
Oh,
good
he didn't
customers.
invite me. Look, I eat a lot, so you probably
I've
don't
never
want.
seen you
You
there.
probably don't want to invite me. Yo,
We've had some
I've
good
done
times.
a couple gigs
Good
there.
times. Good
All right,
times.
if you have any memories of way back, how about this band called the Exciters?
Yeah.
The lead singer was out of Methuen.
Yep.
And he could do everything. He could play every instrument.
Yeah.
Uncle Eddie's
He was
down
the
at
one-
Salisbury, he
was the
owns that.
Excite, Yeah.
and he keeps
That's
the.
closed now, right?
I don't think it's closed yet.
Yeah, oh, I thought it was. Okay.
Maybe it is. I
My
didn't
wife and
look.
I are going down Thursday, and we're taking your recommendation. We're going to go to Lena's for lunch.
Oh,
Oof.
nice.
Good.
You're gonna love it.
You said it's great.
Good spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go say hi to the
So,
owners.
yeah.
Tell them Cisco sent you.
You know, if you went to.
Will I get a free meal?
No, you
All right.
won't. But they'll appreciate it. Tell them Cisco
All right, I
sent
will.
you.
All right.
You know, it's hard for someone like yourself and I to park at Seabrook Beach.
Yeah.
Unless you know someone that's down there, right?
Sure.
But if you walk down that beach, they'd all know you.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody would know you.
Yeah.
That's, I had a friend buy a house on Seabrook, right? Way back though, paid $900,000 for it, and he gutted it right out. Imagine that, huh?
Wow.
It's nice to have that kind of dough, though.
Imagine what it's worth now.
Yeah, it's worth a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's
That's-
worth two.
Yeah,
$2
it's one of those.
million.
It's one of those
I'd love
gorgeous
to live
ones.
down the beach. My wife and
Oh,
I
yeah.
always said that if we ever hit the big money, we'd love to live down the beach, you know?
Yeah, the funny thing is though, you can really enjoy these beaches and not have a house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Look for a relative, a
We used to
good
stay at
friend.
this place. It was like a
Sometimes-
hidden gem. It was called Michael's Oceanside on Salisbury. Burnt to the ground.
Oh, yeah, I remember
The
that.
great guy. Mike
Yeah.
was great. You know, they had three
Yeah.
or four units, and it wasn't the classiest place, but it was right on the. You walked down the stairs to the, and you were right there. You
Yeah.
parked right there. It's a shame, and it burnt down to about, I think it was like 5 years ago. It was a great place.
You can nail a place at Salisbury still, not a real great place, but 1,500.
Yeah.
Go to Seabrook, you're talking 2,500
Oh,
a
yeah.
week, you know?
Yeah.
Certain spots it's $3,000 a week.
Sure, depending on the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all depending on location too.
Mm.
But yeah, I'd love to live down the beach. Love that smell, the ocean air.
Well,
and
you
the-
got to come to Puerto Rico. It's free. It's free. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're
I'll
gonna
buy the
have to.
tickets. I'll even throw in the hotel. So look at that.
to in the hotel.
Yeah.
How long have you owned that property?
I bought it in 2022.
Oh, okay. So
I'm in it for like 200,000, I think, and it's up to like 450 now.
wow. And you
So-
rented out A and B.
Yes, it's on Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like in Hampton, if you're waterfront, 2 bedrooms, small condo type thing,
Yeah.
700,
Yeah.
750.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big
went-
cash,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
time. So we got about, what, a half hour to
hour.
go?
Half hour, yeah.
Yeah.
We-
So this is, see, Sean, if Sean was here, we could talk about many things about the city. That's why it's good to have him
Well,
here.
he's on vacation.
Yeah.
It's good we're not going to lose him. He's,
No,
He's
no.
staying on when,
Yeah, I
when
just-
he starts his new job, which is good.
Yeah, it's always good, and watch out, this election, it's gonna be funny for some of these state rep races.
I think it's going to be a tail sign of what's to come in this country. We're connected nationally with what's going on here in Lowell. So I really think on whatever happens, first of all, starting September is going to be important. September 1st, the
Yeah.
primaries, very important. If you got a candidate that you want to move on, you better go vote, because that's going to be based on whoever gets to put their vote in and not say they're going to vote. is going to win.
I think
Okay.
I think any of the state rep candidates, if they win, like if Corey wins, if Lee wins, I think they win. There's no Republican opposition.
there's no
Yeah,
opposition.
which is a good.
Like governor, I like Mike Minot, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure, it's,
Just pick it up. I mean, she's
I-
making mistakes there, and you start to read through the lines.
what hurts her with me is how she wanted to borrow money out of my retirement.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
she's done.
You think
Done.
so?
Oh, she's done. She's done.
I don't know.
Just remember,
I-
July 21st, the prediction's made. I kind of agree with you, but you know,
I mean, she's done. If you let her continue the road that she's on right now,
Yeah.
and you live in this state, you're not going to be living
What
here.
about- now,
You're
being
not
a-
going to be living. You're going to move to New Hampshire.
being a police officer, what about Michelle Wu wants to keep the extended bars and because they had them extended for the World Cup till 3-4 months. That's ridiculous.
It's a
trouble.
mistake. It's nothing but trouble. And we opened up the show with my opinion on addiction. It's
Yeah.
just a way to keep people down, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
If you're addicted to gambling in this state, Rich, who runs the most profitable gambling? The lottery, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's controlling the money on the cigarettes, right? The taxes on the cigarettes and the taxes on alcohol.
Exactly.
Okay? I mean, just look at the money, follow the money.
Yeah.
I love what's going on in my city, though. The hot topping that they're doing,
How about the
unbelievable.
sidewalks?
Liberty Street all the way, the streets I use,
Chelmsford Street, they're putting new sidewalks in up there. My son lives up there at my old house. They're doing a lot of work up there. Bobby, who do you think, now I know you said you want to win, but do you think Sakari can pull it off?
No, well,
With-
when he
with the
brings out,
machine?
he has people now knocking doors with him that
Yeah.
that might hurt him,
Oh, kill him.
might hurt him.
Kill him.
But I just think Tara Hung is going to win.
Well,
I just have
John
a
was saying
feeling.
he's got that Democratic city, and that's a big thing to have with him, right? You always say that. We always talk about that.
Yeah, but you always, if it matters where you live, it's not that important to me. I don't live in the Highlands, but young kid, he's young, Tara Hong. Why I like him is because of how young he is.
Yeah.
I know the first couple of years he probably made a couple of bad votes. That happens.
They always have, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what they call it, rookie mistakes.
Yeah,
as they
and
say,
people
you
in
know.
Lowell, listen, you did more than anybody I know, especially ringing the bell.
Yeah.
You probably got arthritis in your hand. But I seen your brother there.
Yeah, yeah.
I met quite a few people doing that, and I only did it, I think, once or twice in my life.
Yeah.
It's
cold.
So both of you guys have been in politics longer than I have. Do you really think these younger candidates are going to control some of the power that comes with the position? Or do you believe that your senior Democrats or senior politicians are just taking advantage of the situation because they know that these folks are going to go and turn voters that actually vote and possibly get elected?
Yeah,
Well,
we have Sean McDonough here most of the time, right? I think personally, watching what he's done in about 8 months, hasn't been there that long, has been incredible. He asks a lot of questions. He sticks his 2 cents in where he's going to tick off a few of them that have been
he doesn't
around,
care.
that have been
Doesn't care.
around too long.
Yeah.
And I like what he's done.
Yeah.
Too bad on the school committee we haven't been doing a better job. The mayor and Daniel McFadden, that's about it.
That's about it. That's
And you
Freddie
need
does
4
a
votes.
decent job. Freddie does a decent
I'm sorry I forgot Fred,
Yeah.
okay, but
Oh, Freddie.
you need 4 votes though. You
Yeah.
gotta have the 4, and you hopefully on any issue, you got 5, so you don't have to sweat it out.
But again, like you said, you need the votes. I mean, we're talking local, but I was talking more on these state seats where we got these 25-year-old kids actually pushing people off the ticket that been on in the seat for a long time. And do they actually go in and actually have the ability to change things? Or are they just going to go in and be left in a corner and told, "Oh, you're part of the team,
You know,
but you're
Yeah,
really
they
not."
laughed at it first. They laughed at it
Yeah.
first. I'm sure that, the young kids that come on there, I mean, like Sean McDonough, he's probably, when he got on, they still got some of the old school people that are
Yeah,
on there,
no,
you know?
yeah.
Now, rumors out there, I mentioned it last week, that, I mean, you might have heard the same thing about Aaron Gendron taking on not Michael Conway,
Dave.
Conway. Have you heard that? Has she talked about that?
No,
at all?
I know her personally, and she hasn't brought that
Okay,
up. But
that's the rumor I'm hearing.
if she decided to do that, I think she'd be a great
Yeah,
candidate,
yeah.
and I think she would win. You know,
Yeah.
Another young spot that, but I mean, really.
But
Sharp, works hard, and she's, I like to
And
use
she
the
hasn't,
word.
she hasn't stopped.
Sharp.
When she lost, she kept up. She has that. I don't know if she has that thing on Facebook. It was just a little talk on Facebook of what's going on in the community. Like a little video, and she's on the radio station. What's she on? How many days a week is she on the radio?
she's on today. She's on Tuesday. So
Okay.
she's on WCAP
Okay.
in the morning.
You know, if you look,
980.
if you look
AM.
at, if
I'll
you
have
look
to come
at,
on Sunday in August
Yeah,
when
come
we're off,
on.
and when Aaron's there.
All right.
If
Not
you-
when you're there, but
excuse me for a second, if you looked at where the money comes in for any candidate, if you looked at Vanna Howard, the majority of Vanna Howard supporters would definitely vote to have someone run the schools without a school committee, an appointed person.
Yeah.
That's what they would vote for.
Yeah, yeah.
We got to remember that. That's what is coming down the pike. They're going to try to take away a lot of stuff.
So what I've noticed is you brought up Solidarity for Lowell, right?
Yeah.
So some of their members are actually running these campaigns, and they're getting paid to run the campaigns for the individuals they're supporting in some of these elections.
Sure.
So I mean, if you follow the money, you can tie people together and realize, wait a minute, this is just an extension of the organization that they belong to. You know, so
Yeah, the
if you like that platform and you like that, that group, then you're gonna vote that way. Look at that rally for the ICE. Abolishing ICE to me is a threat to government. Is a threat to us. 250 years we survived, and now we're being attacked by people left and right. And you really have to take that into
20
consideration when you go vote.
You know what hurts? Especially kids that are under 25 years old, the majority of them, not all of them, there's some great ones. But if you sit and talk with them and have like a debate about what's going on in the world, their comeback is basically, listen, I'm listening to you, and you come from when we killed all the Indians, all the buffaloes, we dropped atom bombs on people, we did A, B, and C. And my comeback is always, listen, how many people have we fed across the world? How many people have we medicated and helped get fresh drinking water across the world? Look at what this country has done, the positive things. Don't just look at and that's what they've taught these younger kids, to make us look like we're bad guys. Especially anybody our age, we're useless to them.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's kind of scary. For my grandchildren, I'm worried still, but how can I not vote? Listen, you got a choice. You can vote for Democrat, or you can vote for a Republican, sometime an independent. Hopefully Joe gets some votes. But you got a choice. And right now, if you watch TV, you watch the news, and if you feel like you're up to date and you can vote Democrat, God bless you.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
bless you. I don't care how many mistakes this president's making, and he's making a lot with his yap, like I do. But I'll tell you, I feel good about the safety of my grandchildren.
It was sad to see the passing of Lindsey Graham, who was one of his
Oh, yeah.
staunchest supporters. Now his his sister is
sister.
definitely going to run for a seat, which is
Oh,
good.
yeah, that's excellent.
I always love Lindsey Graham, But
Yeah, but
it's
you
hard to-
can't say you like Trump. I do.
I like Trump.
Yeah, right, you did. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I have no
Beautiful.
problem with Trump, and I
to
have
me-
fights with people, lively discussions with people,
Yeah,
I
we-
just say to them, well, let's agree to disagree, all right? You don't
Yeah.
like Trump, agree to disagree, you know what I mean?
I agree. I
Yeah.
mean, but again, it goes back to what I say this all the time. You can't take the basketball and leave the court and complain that there's no game.
Yeah.
All right?
I like that saying, yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
You got people upset. They won. All right, move on. let's play, give, take, and work on a strategy that gets you elected next time, and then you can control the court,
You know, I remember before Trump, we never badmouthed the president or came crashing after him. We didn't.
No.
Absolutely.
Dump on Trump, Obama. Come on.
Oh, boy.
What? You thought we jumped on Obama's back more than Trump's getting it? Trump's getting him.
Trump's getting it more.
Oh,
Because we have the sore losing
yeah,
blue underwear Democrats.
yeah,
Yeah.
no
Yes.
doubt. You
Yeah.
lost and get
Sore
over.
losers.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I didn't like Biden, but he was still our president. I didn't like a
Yeah,
lot of
no,
things.
I didn't
He
like
was
him,
still
and
the
he was still
president.
president. I would have
Respect
him.
it,
all
but
day long.
this guy gets no
And he
respect.
won.
This guy
So-
gets no
Yeah,
respect.
exactly.
Sorry
And I'm
to
dying
say,
to see who the Democrats come up with in 2 years, because it's 2 short years from now. 2 short years.
It's going to be AOC.
And
That's the best candidate they have.
Tom reminds me of a guy, Ross. I voted for Ross Perot. How bad was that, huh?
Yeah.
Remember his vice president
yeah.
falling asleep in the debate?
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm dying to see. I mean, I would say the vice president is probably the front runner right now. They're saying Marco Rubio wants to run. They're saying that'll probably be the team, Vance and Rubio.
Yeah, Vance
But I
and
mean,
Rubio.
I
Two
think-
sharp guys, young guys.
watching everything I've seen, I think Rubio's got the edge.
Yeah,
It's Vance's to lose.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. But
yeah.
Rubio seemed like he's hitting the ball right now
Yeah.
on his speeches.
He doesn't
Yeah,
have a bat in it. Whoever Trump backs, that's who's going to get it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. And if Trump's lucky enough to get through, because he's got a lot of targets on him right now.
oh, yes.
And what do you think of Pam Smart trying to crawl out of prison?
Yeah.
How many years now? What's that? 35?
Oh, it's got to be close.
37
better than that. Yeah,
37
yeah,
years
yeah.
she's
She
been
wants
in
a new
there.
trial.
She's related to some people in Lowell.
She's related to a guy. Do you remember in Drake? I mean, there was a place called Cracker's Lounge. It's not there anymore. It's up on Bridge Street. Her uncle owned that place. It was a bar. And I
Yeah.
remember he had an event for her while she was in prison to raise money for her. And yeah, the place
That was
packed.
nice.
Yeah.
What I feel on that, we love to give opinions, is New Hampshire will show you that they don't mess around.
Yeah,
I don't think she'll get it.
no.
No, New Hampshire, I've had a couple of cases where we're transferred from, I had to go testify. So when they pull on someone's when they're on parole or on, they bring officers to testify against these criminals that are on, is it parole? What's the other?
Parole?
Parole.
Probation?
Probation.
There
They're
you
on
go.
probation. So when they're on probation, they'll pull officers to testify of incidents that they've done in Lowell,
Right.
and you go, and I've seen those judges, they don't take that kindly. Oh, you broke the law? Oh, you thought you could get away with it in Massachusetts, but not in New Hampshire? And they just say, goodbye, we'll see you, you can come back in 10 years.
Right,
And
right.
the faces
I
of
can
these,
imagine.
of these criminals or defendants, priceless, because those judges do not play in New Hampshire. Unlike on Lowell, we'll give them another chance. We'll give him he's been here 12 times. One more chance, Not in New Hampshire. You came back. Okay, you didn't understand the agreement. 10 years, see ya, bye.
I'll never forget a former sister-in-law of mine was a divorce judge, and she
Yeah.
she wasn't divorced. She was going through
Yeah.
gone through a divorce, and she went back in to get more money from her ex-husband. The judge looked at her and said, "Why don't instead of why don't you get a job? I mean, why don't you work more hours? You can support your kids." And that was you hear those stories, and that's when but that state's starting to get the other way now. I mean, you're seeing. These all be Republicans elected out there. I mean, you got so.
That's just Manchester.
Yeah. I mean, you got Ayo, who's the governor. You got Ayo's the governor. We hope it stays that way. But and then you got Scott Brown against Sununu. It's going to be an interesting race. But I'm reading it. Brown is
Brown's
behind the
wasting his
polls.
time.
What?
Scott Brown's wasting
Yeah,
his time.
that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with John on Scott Brown. He
Because
should
my neighbor's
hang it
My
up.
neighbors up in Hampton will say, when he loses this year, he'll just run back down to Mass and try to win one down there.
Yeah.
He just wants to be a senator.
Yeah.
he's never going to win.
Yeah.
That's how powerful those positions are. You know, once you
But will
get them,
Sununu
we'll
win?
get a
I mean,
taste
is
for
there
it.
anybody else running? Because I mean, it's the old school again. Sununu's name is up there for years running for office, and it'll be interesting to see. You know.
I think there's a woman that's related to Shaheen, maybe running
Oh, okay.
somebody.
Oh, a Democrat? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's so many different signs.
Yeah.
Scott Brown only has maybe 2 signs when I'm driving around in that area,
Sure,
you know?
sure.
Yeah,
sure,
so he's gonna
sure.
have a hard time. But we got some good stuff happening in Lowell, that's how I feel.
Yeah, like
You
the
know,
city will be
I'm
back
not-
this weekend.
Yeah, but you can't vote for a lot of people that you like, because you don't live in their district, you
Right,
know?
Yeah.
right, right.
That has changed everything.
Yeah.
But to me, watch out in the future, females are on the rise, and as far as courts go, they lean all toward females, not males.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it, but that's the truth. In my eyes, it's so simple to go, oh, he hit me, you're in jail.
Yeah.
Why don't they have a test like a lie detector test? Why isn't that used a little bit? Meaning, just find out when you blame somebody for doing such a vicious crime, see if that works for them.
what's your opinion on this Presley
I don't like her.
Presley.
I don't like her
and what's
anyways.
going on with her? I don't like her.
Yeah.
And what is a felon
Yeah.
being given
Yeah.
a contract,
Mm.
a $2 billion contract? Is that, again, it goes back to, the power that comes with these positions, and especially congressional.
It's like paying a
positions.
ransom, Cisco. Same thing. Give it a $2 billion just to get rid of her. That's how bad she is.
Let's talk
That's
about
how
the
I
auditor.
feel.
Let's talk
Just
about
get rid of her.
The auditor. I mean, and that whole fiasco with the audit, and it's still being held up. And the attorney general, who is now, I think she's running out of post, she had opposition. I mean, she's gonna have a Republican running against her. I don't know if he can win unless the what's his Mike, the guy running for governor. I forgot his
No?
Minot.
No,
I mean,
Mike
I don't know if
Minot's
that
a
can
good
happen, but
candidate.
the auditor, DeZoglio, has been trying, and she's, it's just, people voted 72%. They
Yeah,
want an
no,
audit,
I
but
mean-
nobody cares. Nobody cares. I mean,
How about Ed Markey? You think he's going to win again?
I can't count him out.
John,
but
we need John McDonough's opinion.
Yeah, I
'Cause
can't
John-
count him out, but I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Bye, Ed.
Bye, Ed. I'll never forget he said it.
Bayed, the funny thing is, there's not a difference between those two candidates
Well, he's coming
that
on.
are going to draw.
And I don't like the other guy at all.
Yeah,
But I don't like him, but I think it's time for him.
Oh no, there's definitely time for a change, but those guys aren't to change. Unfortunately, they're the same. You got one guy.
And you got the Republican guys going nowhere.
Yeah,
Deaton,
exactly.
I think his name
But I
is,
do
going
like
nowhere.
I like the attacks on each other. The commercials they're playing are very very interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I hope John McDonough can find some morning? The picture of Laurie Trahan on City Hall steps.
Yeah,
Every politician, including
Yeah.
myself, we were on
You were
those
there?
steps. Yeah, I was there.
and look at how she forgot.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
she forgot.
You
She
think so?
swung. She swung.
You
On,
think she
she
forgot?
swung the other way. I mean, unfortunately, she's in bed with these
I've never voted
socialists,
for her.
and
Yeah.
and if that's the platform the Democrats want to go on, then they're going to lose a lot of Democrats like myself. that,
Again, you had a choice, right? Dan Cole
Yeah.
or Laurie Trahan. I'm sorry, you got to. I think
no, I
instead of not voting, you got to choose one.
and he got close to winning that.
Yeah, he only lost
and
twice.
Dan, I met him, and he's going to win his.
He's winning for outright. He's
Yeah,
running
he's
for,
gonna. Yeah, he's gonna.
He'll win
he's
that
gonna,
seat.
He's gonna win that congressional seat.
Very sharp kid. I
Yes.
met him.
Smart kid.
What makes her so strong, as far as I'm concerned, is Marty Meehan. Marty got a lot of secret support,
Yeah.
like him or not.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, there's a lot of jobs
It
with Marty,
helps.
man. All right, so I agree there. But Marty's about Marty.
What do you guys think
Yeah.
of the changing the going back to just no daylight savings time all the time year round? What do you think of that? You guys for that?
I mean, they say it actually is healthier. They changed the clocks, which
Yeah.
if that's the case, I have no problem with that. Healthy is good for me. But what I have an issue with, they're high-fiving themselves with this is the best legislation that they've passed. I just don't get that. There's other issues
Strahan
greater.
voted for it. That was
Yeah,
one
oh,
of-
yeah.
yeah.
I think Eileen Donahue was big for that
Yeah.
at one time when she was in the Senate.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
like, oh, look, we did something great. Look at
Well, it's
this.
been taking for years to
Yeah,
do it. I
exactly.
mean, everybody I talk to wants it. They don't want it. They want to, just have it year round.
Yeah, but, I think the people that want it are the people that run electronic devices, because that's one less thing they have to worry about programming into their devices. Keep the clock the same.
We'll see what happens. The president's for it, right? So,
Yeah, I have either or for me. It doesn't bother me. I set my clock according to my work schedule.
John, you got an opinion on it? The daylight savings time issue?
I feel bad for the poor kids.
Yeah.
Because darkest day of the year is December 21st.
First, yeah.
That's the darkest day of the year. The sun will come up that day at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So all the communities, if this passes, all the communities have got to find better lighting for the bus stops, get reflective clothing for their children to walk to the bus stop, and give these kids flashlights. And if all those safety concerns are taken care of, but it's brutally cold at just before the sun rises. So the kiddos are in for a real surprise.
Oh, they could change the school hours too, right? If they could.
Oh,
No.
don't.
Never happen?
Never, no, the union's not gonna let that happen.
What?
The union's not gonna let that
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
We're here, those pesky kids, just because the pesky kids can't get out of,
Yeah. It's not about the kids anymore. It's about the union members.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I got you.
I mean, I love my wife, love my sister-in-law, both union members, they love their union. Union was good to them. But even they'll say it's all about the union. It's
Yeah.
all about jobs.
Yeah, it just seems like, to me, the biggest issue, obviously, we all know it, it's mental health. And you watch the news and it shows you just how bad it is,
Well,
It's not good.
Have you seen a lot of the stories that are coming out now with some of the cities that have elections? The big issue right now is the homeless population. Recently, I heard something about California and the mayor the mayor election out there in L.A.
Oh, okay, yeah,
how's
yeah.
that?
Yep.
That's become a big topic for them during that campaign. I mean, it's even here in Lowell. I mean, look at the last businesses to survive downtown. They're all struggling with the homeless population and what they do to their businesses, and yet no solutions have come through that actually help that. And I agree with Bobby. It's all about mental wellness and dealing with people that have mental issues.
You know, what makes, I always say where we live here in Lowell, I look at it through Ubers, driving Uber for 3 years in Cambridge and Boston. And I say, where I live in Lowell, we're surrounded by some beautiful towns. You're surrounded by Tewksbury, Chelmsford, Drake. If you live in Boston, you're surrounded by West Roxbury, Jamaica Plains, Hyde Park. We're so lucky, it's crazy. All right, here we go.
I just want to draw your attention to
Yeah.
Mike Minot, $606 million.
Wow.
Million?
Yeah.
Really?
Mara Healy,
454.
$454 million.
How's that for a job, huh?
And then Lieutenant Governor, $196,000. Might as well be on welfare. But that's big. Minot's got some big bucks, man. Look at that. $606 million.
Is there an M after that, though? And I bet you're right. It has to be in the
I
millions.
saw the figure. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Well, Mara Healy, when somebody told me she got $400 million, I said, you gotta be kidding me.
No,
She's got
but that's how many the Democratic machine's strong.
amazing.
But boy, yeah, that's a good thing, I like his style too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. It was be
I still
impressive.
say though, that's a nip and tuck race there to watch. That's gonna be
Yeah.
close. but now is this Pikes Peak? Because I lived out that way. Every time I see that on his TV, not now, John, it just reminds me of Pikes Peak, that's all. We got about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Go ahead if you, Cisco, got something you want to say or what's coming up?
No,
We got the Folk Fest,
Folk Festival.
so if you're watching us and you want to experience a great time in Lowell, it starts Friday night
Yeah.
and then runs right through the weekend. The weather looks great. The lineup of free entertainment looks awesome. And just come down and enjoy the food. I mean, it's not free, but it's good food and it's reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Are you going to Eric's party Thursday?
I
The mayor? I'm going.
might go,
you know
yeah.
something?
Yeah.
That place is so small for me. I might just write a check
It
and,
is so
and
small.
let someone else enjoy it. I've been there so many times. I do like
You going down, Louis?
the
Hampton Beach, by the way, has a concert every single night free in July.
Wow, look at that.
Every single night there's a concert at the Half Shell, and tonight is the 21st, so Bonnie and the Jets is going to be at Hampton Beach. So it's free. Just get down there, enjoy some nice, tasty seafood, or get some junk food. Good time.
You know who else I miss? Ned Tarmey.
Yeah, almost a year for him. In
You
September.
talk about a strong Democrat.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to have some
But
beautiful.
one thing about Ned, he respected your opinion. He was,
yeah.
he'd fight with you tooth and nail, but he respected your opinion.
Oh, I loved having
He had no
him
use for
around.
Trump, but he really didn't have that much use for Biden either. If he talked to you privately, But
I say he would have loved Sean McDonough,
oh yeah. Yeah.
especially because he comes on the
Rocking
show
the boat.
anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would absolutely love him.
And he's the only one of the new councils that's really rocked the boat. Lang hasn't rocked the boat. Duran
Yeah, it
hasn't-
seems like they
Duran
just
hasn't
fall
rocked the
right
boat. Yeah,
into the
right into that.
the-
Yeah.
Oh, look at-
Like
look at this.
Linda Bound, Lee Gitchier, Eric Gitchier, and Mike Dillon Jr.
Oh, we know
Somerset.
what's
We haven't
going to
got
be.
the mirror in a
We
long
know
time.
what the replay is going to be on Saturday,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. We haven't seen Eric with us for a long time, and Lee for that matter. So
Well, again,
it's on their schedules, I'm sure, but they.
Bobby, you guys are repeated every Saturday, and Linda's repeated every Sunday.
yeah.
Those are the two most popular shows we have.
Really?
No, I know
Yeah.
that, but
That's good to know.
when I see Mike Dillon with the two Gitchies, there's no doubt they're going to
Oh,
top
it'll be a fun
us.
show tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to
Especially
top
with Lee, because Lee, he just throws stuff out there, man. And the mayor got so many facts. Good stuff.
Yeah, I might watch it too.
He does his homework for sure. Yeah. I think we've been lucky the past two mayors. Like I say,
Oh,
yeah. Dan Rourke, the former mayor, is involved.
A lot of people didn't think he was doing as good as he did, and he did. He was.
No.
Patty
he-
Kirwan Kelty's telling us, remember, we went to daylight savings in the 70s. People voted to change it back in a couple of years.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
that issue though.
Thanks, Patty.
That issue of keeping bars open,
Yeah, crazy.
I don't
Crazy.
think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for
Yeah,
watching.
thank you for joining us
See you
this
next week.
morning. Don't forget, Folk Fest is this weekend.